Hey everyone, this is Bill, and today we're bringing you a sample lesson from a much larger course on color grading. This one is about trying to get that orange and teal look that everybody looks for, and it's being done today in Premiere Pro. So enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. For this, look for a video clip called Boxer in your practice files. Drag it into the timeline. Let's open Lumetri scopes. It's pretty flat. Let's open up the basic panel. Looking at the waveform scope, we can play around with our blacks. And then our whites need to go way up to the top here. Our shadows, our highlights need to come up. And then our contrast. We'll just drop the whites a little bit. Next, open your RGB parade, and the blues are a little bit higher in this one, so let's drop them a little bit just to try to even these guys out, and then bring the reds down a touch. Lower section for the shadows, the red and green look okay, but the blues look a little bit high, so we're going to use curves to correct that. So in order to save time, I've corrected it. All I did was go to the RGB curves, go to the blue channel. I lifted this up to move this up more in line with this at the very top. And then down at the bottom, I just came off a little bit, trying to keep these lines similar. And this was a little bit higher than the very bottom. So I took this point here, dragged it down a little bit just to move the bottom of this in line with the others. So we're good here. So looking at this, the vector scope, you can always check your skin tones. So we're doing color correction right here. This is known as a flesh line, and the skin should land on this line. It's not only used for saturation. To do that, go into the effects controls and go to opacity and click the FX off for a second. Then you can zoom in a little bit here, and then use the pen tool and just make a simple mask like so, just an area of the guy's skin. Then go off here and click the effect for opacity back on. Now you just get a portion of his skin. Go to the scopes, and now you can see that it's only looking at his skin, and you can see it's slightly off. It should land exactly on this line. So it's slightly off towards the yellow area. So what we can do is bring this back towards red and magenta. So if we bring this over here and drag it this way, just that little bit, that will make the skin tones look more natural. So going back to effects controls, turn the opacity effect off, click anywhere off the mask to get rid of it, and go back to fit. And that is a natural looking skin tone. The other thing we can do then is look at scopes under here, and we can just increase the saturation a little bit to bring his skin tone and colors up more. And that's all looking good. So the effect before was like this, and now we're here. Now we're going to add a teal background. Okay, I've added adjustment layer over our footage, so that's what will get the color grade. Let's go to HSL secondary. Let's choose our color, which is this guy's skin tone, and then we're going to turn on the gray. Then we can play around with these, try to get as much of his face and arm as we can. Like so. Now click on this blue inverse button here, so everything that's gray will not be changed. So we can play around with this a little bit here too, because you can get a good view of it right here. like so. If we fade this a little bit more. That's good enough, I think. Let's add some denoise and blur. We can take the color gray off now. Leave the blue on, because this means whatever color we change, the rest of it will be affected. So just drag the color wheel, correction, down into the blues, into the teal. And there we have a nice orange and teal look effect. This is what it was like before and after.